It's been very difficult for everybody in the last year or so, for obvious reasons with the virus, and a lot of the questions, certainly that I've been asked is, you know, when is there going to be a return to something? When am I going to work again? Flow was just an attempt to sort of counteract that mentality in some way, or the opposite of that, which is to just somehow be at peace in the moment, you know, and just the fact that you're breathing is enough almost, and you still have power in that. You still have control of your life.
The story behind Flow is about a stripper who's experiencing narcotic-induced visions of Catholic martyrs, and the idea behind the video was to take something comedic and irreverent and almost stereotypical and take it on an arc so that by the end of it it's formal, spiritual and reverent as opposed to irreverent. So everything from the lighting, the framing, the performance gets more reverential as it goes on and more formalized, so that by the end the final shot is almost, we wanted it to be reminiscent of a religious painting from the Renaissance.
So obviously I'm not a stripper, so that was very interesting and very fun to kind of put myself into that role. Obviously she's in a really kind of low point and sad, like there's a real sadness to her, so I really found it interesting.
The most exciting thing about this video for me when I read the treatment was that it kind of marked a departure from the kind of the style that we had been working with for the last couple of videos. So the approach to those was quite kind of formal and cinematic, like the composing of shots was very thought out, the movement of shots was very considered, and the lighting was very considered. So when it came to this video, what I liked immediately was that it was kind of throwing that all out the window and just kind of going, you know, hell for leather in terms of movement, composing and lighting. So there was method within the madness, that even though all the first two scenes were so chaotic and so much going on with the lighting, so much movement in the lighting, so much movement in the camera, and so much movement in what Jade was doing, it was nice to be, you know, forcing all that or aiming all of that towards this final kind of tableau image that just kind of summed up the whole thing. So it was a lot of fun to do that.
I was worried about the video potentially being too one note, because we do start off in a very kind of cliched situation, but Jade was able to take that from humor to something much more affecting, I think, and it was a lot of fun editing her range of facial expressions and crafting the nuance of the arc of the video. And I think without Jade doing what she did, it wouldn't have the idea wouldn't have been pulled off as successfully.
I think the best part of it for me was, like, I don't know when I'll get another chance to play a deranged, mad, martyr-seeing stripper. That is just so fun in itself. Obviously it's hard when you're kind of faced with a big film crew, but then when you're actually in it, you're like, this is so fun. You're so out of yourself, and then obviously just seeing the mad martyrs and like the whole madness of it. So I actually just really enjoyed all of it. I don't know if that's like one thing, I don't know if that answers the question, but yeah, I really enjoyed it.
What was nice was that the opening two scenes, I just kind of went and followed the lead of the actress, to be honest. So Patrick's very good with working with actors, so what he was feeding her, I was just kind of feeding off as well, because Jade is incredibly expressive. So I found myself reacting more to what she was doing rather than putting the actors in spaces, which is what I kind of was doing in the other videos.
It was important for me that in order to convey the message, that the music was very energetic, very upbeat, a lot of color, a lot of motion, and it was fun to, you know, a lot of the previous work, it has been a little more atmospheric here and there, and a little more still, but it was nice to sort of kind of go 90 on it a little bit and just kind of have a bit of fun instrumentally and make it just make it move, make it groove, make it move.